Well, we've had a very exciting week this week. Lots of things happened. First of all, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce got engaged, and we are Swifties in our household, and Danny is going to be a Swiftie, so we are so excited for them. We also took some really cool maternity photo shoots, and our photographer that I found on Instagram, she is so amazing. She sent us some sneak peeks, so I posted those on my Instagram. I'll also post them here. I just thought they were so cute. They were of us in the garden, in the kitchen. We even got to have Goose in there with us, so they're really special. I was hesitant of doing those, but I'm so glad that we did because we'll be able to cherish those forever. But today I wanted to show you how we are going to be prepping for fall. It is Labor Day weekend, football is back, OU Sooners are playing today. I got my red and white on, although I can't really fit into my OU t-shirts anymore. So as soon as this baby gets here, I'm going to be putting on my jerseys again. So this is what I'm working with today. I wanted to do a little walkabout with you all and show you some of the things we're trying to get done before baby or after baby, and really just prep for fall. I am a fall girly through and through, and it is my favorite season, and I just can't wait to have little Danny girl here watching football, drinking an ice cold beer, because I have been waiting months for that. So one of the things that we've added to our porch is this dwarf Alberta spruce. We got it at Home Depot on sale. We wanted to add something that was just more of like an evergreen, taller structure. And then we found this pot at our local nursery, and I love the color. I thought it fits so well in this corner. And then we can decorate for fall, we can decorate for winter, and I just think it adds a lot. So we decided to plant this, and I was worried about, to make sure it was going to get enough drainage. So we talked to our local nursery, and they recommended these upsidaisies. So it's just like a circular structure with like a ton of drainage holes, and it fits like little more than halfway. Instead of filling it with like rocks and mulch and things like that, we just put this down and then added good soil, and they said it should thrive. So I'm excited about that. So the other thing we're doing to prep for fall is I go all out for decorations for fall, for Christmas, and I want to keep adding more and more this year. Last year we had our fall wreaths and some pumpkins, but I was at war with the squirrels. The squirrels just attacked the pumpkins. So if you have any ideas on how to deter squirrels from getting to the pumpkins and eating them, please drop a comment. I'd love to know. But I've been collecting some faux pumpkins this year, and then collecting some fall wreaths that we're going to put on the windows and the doors. And then I really want to add fall annuals. So if you have any ideas on like really good fall annuals that would be pretty like foliage, I know we'll do some mums, but I feel like mums is all I can think of. So if you have any other ideas for some fall annuals that I want to plant in pots and just kind of cascade down this walkway, I think it'll be really pretty for fall. So in our backyard, we've been totally revamping with adding lights and ambiance, and I want to start doing that up front too. So I've actually been working with this company called T-Sun Lighting. They sent us these awesome solar powered lights, and I want to start adding them to the front. So I'm gonna have Jamie place these, and then I'll show you what they look like at night. And then also I have a 20% off coupon if you want to add these. I'll drop them in my description below, but T-Sun Lighting, they are awesome. Yeah. Okay, here is what they look like at night. I love them. I think it just adds some additional ambiance and lights up some of the plants in the house. And I'm just really excited about how these turned out. So the other thing I'm doing to prep for fall is getting my tulip bulbs ready to go. So Linda Vaughter introduced me to Color Blends, and Color Blends is sending me like 300 tulip bulbs, and I'm so excited. We picked out our colors. I don't know if I can find it right now, but they are going to be like red, orange, a little bit of purple in there, and I am so excited to plant all my bulbs this fall. So in the springtime they're going to come up, and our idea is to plant our tulips once we get this hedge in, plant tulips all along our walkway, and I think it is going to be so gorgeous come springtime. So I can't wait for you all to see that. The other thing I'm going to do to prep for fall is to start cutting back some of the perennial plants. Now, if you recall, I threw a fit / cried my eyes out when our landscapers cut these hydrangeas all the way back to the stump. Luckily, I found out they're Annabelles. They came back stronger than ever, and they thrived. Now, I'm not going to cut them back all the way again this year. I'm just going to cut them back a little using the rule of thirds. I'm not going to cut them back anytime soon, probably around like February or March time, but we are going to be a little bit more careful with them this year. Okay, so the other thing I am doing to prep for fall is I've been working with RainPoint. They actually sent me this awesome 2-zone Wi-Fi enabled water timer, which I'm excited about for fall because, you know, as I just said, we're going to completely redo this walkway with a whole lot of hedges and flowers, and so I want to install some drip lines. Excited about it because, you know, when baby comes, I don't want to have to worry about manually watering or anything like that, especially with like our new hedges. So we're going to install the drip lines. I'll be able to put the timer on through an app and we won't even have to worry about it. So I'm excited. Okay, so I want to show you this real quick. So I'm going to set the left side for just my manual watering. When I turn it on, I can easily water what I need to. And then the right side will be on a timer through my app attached to the drip lines, so I don't have to worry about it. I really want to show you how cool this app is. I love that it shows you the weather, but I'm going to create 2 smart scenes here. And so the first smart scene I'm going to create is to have this zone run every morning at sunrise for about 10 minutes. I'm going to keep the other zone off because I want to use that for manual watering. And then the other scene I'm going to set up is if there's rain on the forecast, I'm going to set my watering schedule to be automatically delayed a day or 2 so there's no wasted water. So the other thing I'm doing to prep for fall is I'm going to start to preserve all my herbs that I've been using. So like this mint has gotten out of control. And I've been seeing this online where you just get a ice cube holder and you put the herbs in there with like olive oil or whatever you want and freeze them, and then they can be added to like pasta. They can be their own little marinades for your chicken to grill. So I'm excited. So I'm going to do that with all of my remaining herbs. All right, so the other things that we're doing to prep for fall, I got these black-eyed Susan flowers. We went to the botanical gardens this weekend, and Jamie pointed out these flowers, and they are perennials, and so we're planting some of these for next year. I'm excited. Goose is helping dig the holes. We also got another dwarf Alberta spruce, so we are going to plant that in this corner just to give this corner some height. And then I also got some more ground coverage, so we're going to plant some of those. We are on Operation Get Everything Done Before Baby Comes. Now when it comes to digging, I am the certified supervisor and dictator of how big the holes should be. Jamie didn't realize how hard it was to dig a hole. Usually we have our landscapers do it for us. Did want to show you over here. We're gonna move this rose bush to that corner and get some matching trellises so they go up. The roses will climb up the same. And then we got another little boxwood just to even out that space. Okay, so we got all of our additional little perennials in. I got ground coverage. I added some black-eyed Susans and some blanket flowers. And then we got our pretty Alberta spruce in, and everything looks good. And then over here, Jamie did such a good job moving the rose bush. I had cut it back just a little bit before we moved it, and then we transplanted it over here. And I'm having second thoughts on adding another trellis over here since we already have the hanging plant. So we'll just see how it looks when it grows. We are dirty, we are tired, but thank you for following along with us. We appreciate it so much. I am gonna drop some of my maternity shoot photos after this, so stay tuned and we will see you next time.